I'm Leti Ayala with Paulie Ayala Productions, and you're watching Roland's Recap with North Texas Fisticuffs.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you live in our world. We're at 3817 Southwestern in Fort Worth. Southwest. I'm sorry, I said that. Southwestern Association. I'll think about the amateur boxing. But we have none other than Leti here with us, Leti Ayala. I tell you what, a lot of us know about Paulie Ayala Productions, but you know what? I'm going to tell you the cornerstone and the foundation of PAP, and it's this lady right here. First of all, lady, I want to shake your hand. It's always good to have you here, and I tell you what, I want to ask you a couple of questions. But first of all, the big question I want to ask, as a female, a lot of people maybe ask or want to know the answer to this. Do you like boxing?
Absolutely. Love boxing.
She loves boxing. I tell you what, is there a little bit behind that, maybe a world champion in your life?
Yes, it is. My husband.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows a former world champion. Well, I tell you what, the reason I wanted to bring you on camera right now, lady, let's just cut through the chase right now. April the 30th, it's going to be Fort Worth Convention Center. It's going to be the fight of fights. It's going to be a show that is already heralding to be one of the biggest fight cards maybe around here in decades. Let me ask you, what is your take on the fight card, the fighters, the whole 9 yards?
This show is a lot of Fort Worth versus Dallas, and I think is what makes it so exciting. It's fully stacked, and just because Raphael's not fighting does not mean this show is canceled. That's boxing. Boxers fall out all the time. But we have great fights from top to bottom. I mean, it's going to be an exciting night. You don't want to miss out. You need to come out and support your local fighters. You don't have to wait for Golden Boy or Top Rank to come in and do a show. We're doing a show come April 30th. Come out and support a local promoter and local fighters.
Well, let me ask you this, lady. I know you were probably very instrumental in formulating this card along with your husband. Tell me some of the names that these fight fans out here can look forward to. Can you mention some of them?
We got Miguel Bundia from Fort Worth. We got Fernando Rodriguez from Dallas. You've got Skinder Halili. You've got Gilbert Vera, Boogie. They know him as Boogie. You've got Arthur Trevino, Fort Worth, fighting Sammy Sanchez from Dallas. I mean, we've got Manuel Rojas making his pro debut, and everyone knows Manuel Rojas from his amateur background, and he's going to be breaking out into his superstardom come April 30th. So it's fully stacked. Come out and support.
Well, I'm going to tell you, lady, I'm already getting excited right now. I know you're a fight fan, no doubt about it. I tell you, a lot of people don't know that. Cornerstone in the area. I tell you what, any parting words that you want to maybe a shout out to anybody in specific, the kids, maybe even the husband.
I just want to shout out to all the Dallas-Fort Worth boxing fans. You came out, you supported Manny Pacquiao when he came to town. These guys, Manny started just like all these guys did. And so come out and support your local fighters come April 30th.
Okay, I want to thank you so much again, lady. Let me shake your hand. I know you're on your way out. Thank you so much for giving us your minutes, your seconds that are precious to you and valuable to us. This is North Texas Fisticuffs.com bringing it to you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, another Roland's Recap. We're coming to you live in my world, 3817. Is that correct, Paulie?
Yes, it is.
3817 Southwest Drive, is it Drive or Boulevard? Here in Fort Worth, Texas, we're coming to you from Paulie Ayala Gym, University of Hard Knocks. I have none other than the herald former world champion right here. I hold him close to me because I don't want him to hurt me. He's always been a gentleman to me. He's always been around boxing here in the Dallas-Fort Worth way in a very, very giving way. Always giving us the entertainment in the ring when you were a pro, and now giving back in a more positive way to the community. First of all, Paulie, let me shake your hand. It's always good to have you here on Roland's Recap. I want to kind of cut to the chase from the standpoint, everybody knows who you are, former world champion. What you've done now, Paulie, is you're bringing us the action at a professional level with Paulie Ayala Productions. Everybody knows about the April 30th. I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't know about the April 30th showdown, what it is, it's Battle of DFW. It's going to be at the Fort Worth Convention Center, and it's going to be starting at 7 p.m. You miss that, I'm going to tell you, you're going to miss a great, great show. Yes. Let's go ahead and talk about that show right quick, Paulie. I know you've worked hard. We've already had Letty on camera, and she has already told us a lot about the show itself. Tell me your thoughts right now as we're coming down to the final week. We have 1 week, and all of a sudden the party is here, Paulie. Tell me about it.
Well, I mean, this final week, I mean, the guys are going to be just focusing on mental game now. I mean,
Gotcha.
it's countdown. We do weigh-ins Friday at the Ojos Locals at 2 o'clock, and then it's fight time. It's showtime Saturday at 7:30, Fort Worth Convention Center.
Okay, that was my bad. It's 7:30. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, at 7 o'clock, I'd guarantee if you get there at 7 o'clock, you're not going to miss anything for sure. Let me go ahead and ask you now, Paulie. Tell me a little bit about the card. No. Hell, why am I asking that? You fight fans want it all. Tell us everything about the fight card.
Well, we have a good card. I mean, it's stacked from top to bottom. We have guys that, I mean, the matchups are great. It's a lot of Dallas Fort Worth guys. I'm happy to be part of this show just because to bring the entertainment. And then we got it on TV. It's going to be Mega TV, Channel 26 on Charter Cable or Channel 98 on Free TV. But it's going to be a double tape delay, so it'll show twice. And I mean, these guys are getting a great opportunity to get great exposure for in the Metroplex and develop a following. And not only that, they're going to get groomed in the box and as they fight. I mean, because each fight I'm planning, everything's for a reason. And what we're doing is we're gonna set them up according to what's going to develop them as a fighter in a whole.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you never hear promoters talk like this. He's talking about the development of a future of these boxers. That's what he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And it steps beyond just a fight today. He's seeing a future. He's already building a stable of what I call Ayala fighters here. I'm saying that. He's not, because he's too humble. He would never say that. But I'm going to tell you, what he's doing is he's preparing a fight game. I'm positive, not only for the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but for the world, to see a fine display of what I call maybe some of the best boxers in the world here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Would you not agree with that, Paulie?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I like to think. I mean, they have a long way to go.
Sure.
But I mean, from right now, I mean, we have some good prospects that can get to that level. I mean, and as a matter of fact, tonight, Casey Ramos is one of them that we started with our promotions, and he fights at the WinStar. So I mean, it speaks for itself. I mean, I put him in some good fights, and now he's ready, and I hand him over to the next opportunity and let him shine.
Wow, that is awesome. Well, let's get down specifically to this show right now. I'm going to tell you, I've already had an interview with Rafael Casillas on North Texas Fisticuffs, and unfortunate for the actual having to withdraw from the beautiful show that you already put together. Luis Yanis is next that I'm going to be talking to. Tell me what the fight fans can expect from the promoter himself. I know you're working hard right now for a replacement for Luis Yanis, and that is, because of the withdrawal of Rafael Casillas. Tell me what's developing there.
Well, I mean, of course, we had to scramble and try to find somebody. I mean, not just a replacement, because you could find guys that could come in and fill in the show, but
sure.
We're looking for somebody who's going to be able to push Luis, and make him fight and bring out the best in him, and entertain the fans. It's for the fans. So I mean, we want to make a good fight, and so we got a guy out of Atlanta that I think we're going to wind up signing to do the deal.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm just I mean, unfortunately, I wanted the Casillas deal to happen, but with his hand and everything, things like that happens. But you just got to roll with the punches, and I mean, does it end the show? No, we have a stacked undercard, so I mean, it doesn't make the card any less just because of the fighter that couldn't make it. I mean, it would have been the icing on the cake, but without that, then we just got to take another approach and just make it still a great card for all the fans.
Well, always bringing the show. I tell you what, I was watching some of the Warriors here already. Well, three here, but two were actually sparring, and they look sharp. Manuel Rojas making his pro debut. Also, Buendia here, Miguel, and then also had Arthur Trevino here. Who else can you tell us about what's on that card?
Well, we have Miguel's in a great fight. He's with Fernando Rodriguez.
That's going to be a war there.
And Fernando, he comes to fight. He comes to bring it, and I know he'll be ready. And from looking at Miguel, I mean, Miguel's ready. He's had enough notice to sharpen up all his skills, get his conditioning, which he's always been in shape. But we've watched him. I mean, with his sparring, he's gotten better every time. And Manuel, he's got a guy that he's fighting, that Alex Rios, that he's making his pro debut also, and that should be an interesting fight because both the guys are stepping into the ring for the first time as a pro. And it's going to be a little nerve-wracking maybe, but whoever stays focused, I'm confident that Manuel, I mean, he's had a lot of experience, so therefore I hope he can carry that into the pro ring also.
What? Hey, tell me a little bit about Skinder. I'm sorry, I cut you off, champ. You want to finish up that?
No.
How about Skinder? Tell me about Skinder. I've always enjoyed watching him.
Skinder Halili, yeah, he'll be on the card too. I had him on one of my shows in August, and he did well. I mean, he knocked out his guy immediately, so I didn't get to see much of him. And I mean, the matchup we have for him, I mean, this guy, he comes in to fight. He wants to bring an upset to Skinder's, even though it's his young career.
Sure.
He wants to put a loss on his record,
Sure.
so it should be good for the fans.
Any other hidden talent on your card that I haven't let you have time to maybe give to the fight fans? Because I know fight fan information that we're getting a lot of hits now. Probably, I got to be honest with you. Promoters are coming on our site. Any other information you can share with us?
Absolutely, Gilbert Vera. I mean, he's an exciting fighter. I mean, everybody knows him from knows his brother.
Yeah, right.
And then the big upset of Sergio Mora with Brian. But Gilbert, carries the same assets in the ring, and he's got the same mentality. I mean, he comes in to bring it, and it should be an exciting fight with him too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to issue a challenge out to Dallas. I'm going to tell you, Cowtown's really taking this professional boxing. Just a little edge in my heart. I'm from Dallas, I'm going to tell you. And I'll tell you what, I don't mind driving out here to Cowtown itself to see what they are producing out here. And I'm going to tell you, they are champions. They are warriors. They are what I call, sometimes I don't use this very much, but I'm going to say, I got a feeling we're going to see a gladiator of a fight here. This man, even at the amateur ranks, is putting gladiators in. Paulie, any last things, anything you want to say, any quick shout-out to anybody?
Well, I mean, I'm just talking to the fans. I'd like for you to come and support it. We have Dallas and Fort Worth fighters on this card. I mean, we brought it in like this for a reason, because I want to bring Dallas to come and see fights over here. I want Fort Worth to come and see Dallas fighters. I want we made it convenient. I mean, we started tickets at $10. So, I mean, anybody should be able to make it, considering the economy. If you have multiple family members, I mean, it should be, it should be able to be able to come and watch a fight. I mean, we're trying to make it as inexpensive as possible to make it, convenient for the fans.
Paulie, one last word here about the event itself. As far as ticket information, what can the fight fans out here do to avail themselves to some type of ticket before the fight? I know they can always show up, but what can they do right now, pre-fight ticket purchases?
CentralTicket.com. They're on Bolt Street in South Fort Worth. I don't have the number right now.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll tell you what, when you get it, give it to me, and we'll post it here. This is going to be posted here, a run here in the next couple of days, but give me that information. We'll be more than happy to do that because I know the fight fans want to see this. Well, I'll tell you what, as we bring this to closure, we are here at 3817 Southwest in Fort Worth, the Paulie Ayala University of Hard Knocks Gym, producing champions, producing the entertainment, producing what we fight fans hunger for and thirst for. Champ, I'm going to shake your hand one more time. Thank you so much for letting me in your gym. And to our special cameraman behind the camera, your name? Matthew Cervantes over here filling in for Sean Malone on behalf of Roland Gomez, www.NorthTexasFisticuffs.com. It's been another session and a beautiful time here in Cowtown itself.